AI is moving so fast, it feels impossible to keep up with. Every week there's a new tool, a new model, a new promise, and it's hard to know which one's actually worth your time. That's why choosing the right tools isn't easy. The options feel endless, and figuring out which one actually fits your workflow can feel overwhelming. On top of that, your team is probably already experimenting with AI, and without a clear strategy, it can turn into chaos, wasted time, wasted money, and no real results. AI can be a massive advantage for your business, but only if you pick the right tools. The market is full of hype and flashy demos and tools that don't actually deliver on their promise. That's why in this video, I'm going to walk you through the full AI tool spectrum, from the simplest no-code options all the way to advanced business solutions, so you can decide which is right for your company. We are going to start with what I call level 1. It's the most simplest and easiest way to implement AI across your businesses. At this level, we're going to look at the simple subscribe options from the main providers. Just because this is the simplest solution does not mean it requires no thought, as you're still overwhelmed with options at this level. The just subscribe solutions will look very similar across all the different platforms. I went and looked across all the different business subscription plans and compared them across each other for all the main features you will use day to day. The main things you want to look out for on this level are: does the provider line up with my compliance policy? Do they provide enterprise security for my data? Is it encrypted and not used for further training? Can they be integrated with existing tools my business already uses? Let's have a quick look at some of the comparisons across all of the plans. As you can see, side by side, they all look very similar, and you might be thinking, which one do I pick? You could look at the official benchmarks of the model and just go for the highest rated, but I don't think this has been the best solution for anyone, as the benchmarks don't reflect how the model performs in day-to-day operation. I think the best way is to go off vibes. For a week, experiment on a free plan with non-vital business data and non-work stuff, and see which one you prefer and get better vibes off, and have all your team do this also. It sounds weird, but it really does work. After the experimentation phase is over, put up a poll and see which one comes out as the clear winner. Another thing to consider when choosing a provider is how well it integrates with your existing stack. For example, Copilot being baked into Microsoft Word, or getting live transcriptions and summaries from your Google Meets. This could be a huge factor in making your decision. But just remember, just like any other software, choosing an entire platform ecosystem can lock you in and limit your flexibility to experiment or switch later. Some providers make setup easy by integrating directly into your Google or Microsoft's accounts, while others require a bit more configuration, especially if you're rolling it out across your whole team. Tools like Claude and ChatGPT offer connectors which work with these platforms, but they may not feel as seamless as the Microsoft or Google's native integrations, and sometimes the full feature sets won't be fully supported. It's worth testing not just the software itself, but also the quality of support around it and the strength of the community. Level 2 is about connector tools, platforms that link and automate existing integrations. This category is huge, with startups popping up everywhere, and honestly, I could do a whole video on this category. For now, I'll just cover the most popular tools you should know about. The great thing about connector tools is they don't require any coding skills, but having some basic knowledge around APIs, API keys, OAuth, and JSON data will definitely help. These tools are usually more specific in what they do. They're great at solving small, well-defined problems or experimenting with early AI agents. Pricing can vary a lot in this category. Most connector apps have base monthly fees and usage limits built on top. Once you pass those limits, you'll usually pay per task, per run, or per agent execution. And if you're integrating with external APIs, you'll also need to factor in the costs of those data sources separately. I'll guide you through some of the options in this category. First up is Zapier. It's a no-code automation platform that has over 7,000 integrations across almost every industry. Here's an example of a Zap, where a new lead comes from a LinkedIn ad, and it uses ChatGPT to draft a new email and then sends it out with Gmail. As you can see, the user interface is clean and beginner-friendly. This took a few minutes to set up using one of their many pre-built templates. Zapier is the easiest entry point, as you can get value fast with zero technical knowledge. Let's look at Make, which is another no-code platform with its own style of building automations. Make also gives you a drag and drop canvas, but the way you design the workflows feels more like building a flowchart. You can branch paths, add conditions, loop through data, and even set up custom error handling, all visually without writing any code. Make also comes with a solid library of integrations and also lets you connect directly to APIs when you need something custom. You can connect to APIs directly and chain advanced steps together, and the pricing is more cost efficient at scale since it's based on operation, not task. Let's take the exact same workflow from earlier, a LinkedIn ad to ChatGPT, and then send an email and build it in Make. You'll notice both platforms get us to the same end result, but the experience feels different. And really, the choice between Zapier and Make often comes down to user preference. Trying both and seeing which one feels more natural and solves your problem the best way. Both can handle almost any workflow you'd want at this level. But what if you need even more flexibility? Something that goes beyond these platforms. That's where we move into open source and developer focused automation frameworks. That's where NAN comes in. Unlike Zapier and Make, NAN is open sourced, which means that you can actually self-host it on your own servers. This gives you complete control over your workflows, your data, and your costs. Now the trade-off here, NAN isn't quite as beginner friendly. You'll get the most out of it if you're comfortable with APIs, JSON, and maybe some JavaScript. But in exchange, you can build almost anything: custom nodes, direct API calls, advanced AI agent pipelines, the kind of automations that go way beyond the simple tasks and triggers. As it's grown in popularity, there's a whole ecosystem of specialized developers and consultants cropping up to help you with your problems. Finally, let's show the simple workflow we created earlier on the other platforms and how they built with the same type of goal in mind, which is to make it easy for you to integrate and create automations with little or no technical skills. I have even seen people use ChatGPT to vibe code custom complex agents on NAN. For those looking for maximum customization in this level and beginner friendly options, NAN offers a way to build automations with total control over every step. So level 3 is custom code. This is where we move beyond stitching apps together with pre-built templates or nodes. Instead, we build exact workflows we need, writing small services that talk directly to APIs, handle retries and rate limit, and run serverless or containerized, and even locally offline. The payoff is speed, reliability, and lower cost at scale, but it does require engineering and ongoing maintenance. With custom code, you fully own the workflow. There's no third-party company in the middle tracking your data or charging per run. It's private, it's secure, and it runs exactly how you want it to and where you want it to. You decide the infrastructure, whether that's cloud, on-prem, serverless, and you keep full control over performance and cost. Instead of paying for usage fees to automation platforms, you're paying once for development and then only for your hosting fees. That trade-off is why custom code is the most powerful option for businesses that need privacy, compliancy, and efficiency at scale. One of the biggest advantages of moving into custom code is there really isn't a ceiling for complexity anymore. You can design any type of automation or agent that fits your problem. With Zapier, Make, or even NAN, you'll eventually hit limits, whether it's integration support, pricing tiers, or the logic they allow. But with agents and code, you can design the system as complex as you need. Multiple steps, branching logic, memory, tool use, reasoning loops. I've created some pretty in-depth AI agents with custom code method. Look at this article from the CEO of Coinbase. They are going heavy into automating the business with internal agentic systems to increase productivity. These are all being custom built. Some important things to consider in AI integrations is the safety and having a human in the loop, as this article mentions. So with custom code agents, you can make human in the loop workflows where it matters. Let an AI handle routine tasks while a person reviews or redefines outputs and critical points. This keeps a good set of guardrails on AI made possible by custom code, as you can assess the quality of the performance on the spot. The complexity scales with your imagination and the engineering's ability, not with the platform's restriction. Unlike the other levels, the cost and the return on investment can be harder to plan for, as you require a robust monitoring and auditing strategy. While building custom AI agents sounds complex, developers now have a set of powerful tools and frameworks that let them move fast. With AI SDK, LangChain, and similar libraries, much of the heavy lifting from connecting models to handling memory and reasoning loops is already done. This means you can focus on business-specific logic and integrations rather than spending months building underlying infrastructure from scratch. The upside for flexibility is unmatched. You can connect directly to business-specific software, legacy database, internal APIs, or custom tools. Anything that off-the-shelf automation platforms cannot reach. Essentially, you're not limited to pre-built integrations or templates. You can build the exact workflow your business needs, fully optimized for your processes and the data. So now you're spoiled for choice with AI integration software, but which one is really right for you? It comes down to a few key things that will help you figure out the best fit. Don't pick something just because it's the newest trend. Choose a tool that actually solves your real problem. Does it need to connect to other apps, handle a custom workflow, or manage private data? If you don't have any technical staff or the budget for an external agency, stick to a simpler tools, for example level 1 or level 2. And if you have a developer on hand or the budget to hire one, you can go full custom at level 3. No-code tools can be quick to start, but the costs can add up when your business starts to scale the automations. Even the simplest workflows can become expensive when you run them frequently or across the team. As your automation needs grow, it's worth not just considering the tools itself, but how the pricing model works. Is it per task, per operation, or per user? It will impact your budget over time. Sometimes investing in the level with the highest upfront cost can save you money in the long term. If it's a common business task or a general one, level 1 is perfect for you. If it's a common task, but it's a unique combination, level 2 could be the sweet spot. For industry-specific workflows, level 3 makes the most sense, and if your process is completely proprietary, level 3 is the way to go. Answer these questions and you'll have a clear picture of which tool or integration level fits your business best. So before you dive in, here's a few pitfalls to watch out for. Just because you can build custom automations doesn't mean you should. Sometimes Zapier or Make is all you need. On the flip side, don't try and force a basic tool to handle something that it wasn't built for. You'll just hit roadblocks. No matter the level, every tool or workflow needs people who know how to use it. Don't skip user education. Even no-code tools take time to set up, and connecting APIs can have hidden costs. Finally, always understand how data is handled at each level. A simple workflow can still create a big risk if you're not careful. Keep these in mind and you'll save time, money, and headaches, and actually get your AI integrations working the way you need to. Thanks for watching, and click here to see another video about the ins and outs of integrating AI into your business safely.